What's up guys, it's your boy Remix Karma back at it again with another video. This may or may not be the first video I record after my quote-unquote break or whatnot. I know I've been streaming for a while, but who gives a Anyways, this is my story time. I made a poll of my story on Instagram about what story should I tell on my YouTube. And the story that got the most votes was the biggest simp story in history. So there's a lot of people who don't know what simping is or what it really means, because y'all are retarded and y'all listen to whatever the media tells you. Simping is when you compromise who you are as a person and do things that you wouldn't normally do to impress a female. And I used to do this before it was cool, because now it's like 2020, 2019, that's when it became popular to simp or whatever, which is retarded. But I was simping since like 2016. Like, I was the first original simp. Like, I blame what I used to watch as a kid growing up, like Adventure Time, Finn, Mordecai, Regular Show, you know, stuff like that, because it made being the good guy and wanting to get the good girl seem okay. But I had no sauce. It turned me into a simp. It turned me into a softie, bro. It doesn't work. If you're a simp and you think simping's gonna get you a girl, it's not. It never ends well. So this story takes place in 2016. It was in between me transitioning from 7th grade to 8th grade. And at this point in time, I've barely only had my first girlfriend. By the way, I know I said I was a simp, but I low-key was pimping, because the girl involved in the story was not my girlfriend at the time, but I had a girlfriend at the time while chasing another girl. Oh, I won't let you go. Yeah, I was a pimp too, so don't, y'all got for me, y'all my son, I'm your father. While recording this, I realized both the girls who are involved in the story subscribed to this YouTube channel at one point, and I don't know if they unsubbed, so I really don't care. If y'all see this, y'all got played. The summer just started, and at the time I really didn't have anything to do. I was just playing video games all the time at home. So then my older brother, he decided, like, hey Kobe, come to the library. And he would be like that every day, because we have this library like down the street from our house. He's like, come to the library. I'm like, nah, I'm playing video games, I'm making YouTube videos. They were really bad. But this one day he came with the same request, but he said, I have this girl.
Boy, there's no real easy way to say this, but, look, you're a simp.
And if you know me, girls are my kryptonite. Girls are my weakness. I've had very little self-control.
Look, you're a simp.
You know what I'm saying? I always wanted a girl. Always needed to have one. Like,
look, you're a simp.
But he came the next day with the same request. So I'm like, oh, there's this girl. I'm like, describe her, you know what I'm saying? Mind you, at the time, I was a really big weeb, so I loved anime. So when he said she was Asian and she was black, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, she sound fine. And he said she was short too. I like short girls. At the time, I like Asian girls. I still like Asian girls. I like all girls, but still, he said Asian, black, short. I'm like, that sounds like me. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like I could bag that. And he was like, oh yeah, she like anime, she plays video games. I'm like, oh, very intriguing. Very, very intriguing. So I finally succumbed to my boyish, teen, whatever desires, and I said, fuck it, let's go into this library. I got there and did not know what the hell was going on. I was confused, there's the new surroundings, you know, and anxiety, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what to do, so, you know, I just kept with my brother, you know. My brother knew this place, I didn't know this place. So there's a section in the library called the teen spot. So the teen spot was in this corner. It had a whole bunch of manga, a whole bunch of little books that I would read. So I'm like, alright, bet. And they had the little video game set up. It was a PlayStation and an Xbox. And it was a whole bunch of grown niggas just sitting here playing 2K and, you know, yelling to the top of their lungs. And I'm like, bro, what? Like, this is weird, but like, I dig it. So I'm sitting here waiting, you know what I'm saying, because apparently the chick is supposed to pull up, but she late. And I'm just reading my books, you know what I'm saying, chilling. I was a nerd. I actually wear glasses. If I can implement a picture here, I would, but I don't know. Editing was weird. So while I was reading my manga, he pulled me aside and said, don't freak out. but she's here. I went instantly into panic mode. I did not know what to do. I did not know what to say. I ain't had no sauce back then, so I was scared. I was the type of guy who was comfortable with texting, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have to be in the person's presence, so it felt easier. I'm the type of guy who will be in the mirror, be like, you know, hey shorty, you come here often? You know, I'll be practicing those type of cheesy, ugly lines, because I had no sauce at all and did not know what to do. So this part I kind of don't remember, because my first reactions with people generally I don't remember, I just forget it. So it probably went along the lines like this.
I didn't need to see that. Well, we're going to my house to have a little fun. How can you possibly have fun with a jellyfish?
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
In my room, I be my cup, let it in my sock.
I'ma just ask for her information to text her, because I felt more comfortable in that like mode of conversation. So yeah, I walked back out there. I'm like, yeah, confident. I'm like, hey, what's your name? She said, my name's Rachel or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I forget. But yeah. And I was like, alright, what's your kick? Because back then, kick was the shit, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got her kick, and then we started texting. So I'm like, alright, you know what I'm saying? We started chopping her up. We got a lot of things in common, and she fucked with a nigga YouTube channel. So I'm like, okay, bets. She seems like I can bag. No problem. That's at least what I thought. But I was fucking wrong. There's another guy involved in the story. He plays a key role. I'm gonna call him Evil X, because this story kind of reminds me of this movie called Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. So yeah, I'm gonna call him Evil X. So Evil X was about 16 to 17 years old. He went to the local high school. Mind you, I was 12 years old, 7th, 8th grade. He was in 10th, 11th, maybe 12th. So, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't expect him to be involved with a girl who's around my age, right? But this man was trying to press the girl too. Press the girl at the same time. I didn't realize it, but he was trying to press her. At the same time that I was trying to press her. I didn't realize it. I didn't really care, you know what I'm saying? In my head, I never lose, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna get the girl. But I was sorely mistaken, because I remember one day, maybe a few days later after us texting, I come back to the library, and these two are booed up, my G. Like, they're booed up, cuddling, you know what I'm saying, kissing. I'm like, what? I'm hella confused. I'm like, this nigga is old, this nigga is grown. I'm like, that's kind of weird. So, you know, I didn't really mind too much about it. I still went about my thing. I was gonna flirt with her anyway, cause I'm like, I don't care, you're kind of old, and yada yada yada. Cause I thought that was weird, I thought that was wrong. So I'm like, bro, I'm still gonna do me. So I still flirting and whatever, yada yada yada. And then I remember I was flirting with her. It reminds you, I had no sauce. Remember, I had no sauce. I made a really bad racist comment, and I apologized for this after the story happened, you know what I'm saying? But at the time, I didn't see it as wrong. I was ignorant, I was stupid, I was stubborn. I didn't see it as wrong. So she got mad at me, blocked me, and told her, I don't know if they were dating or whatever, but told her boyfriend, I'm gonna call him boyfriend, that I said something rude and yada yada yada. So the nigga texted me and was like, yada yada yada, why you do that to my girl, why you say this to my girl? So I'm like, you know, me being innocent and not knowing what the hell is going on, I was like, I didn't see anything wrong with it, yada yada yada, I'll apologize. So this nigga said, nah, I'm gonna fuck you up, I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm like, oh, I was scared shitless. Like, I'm like, oh, but you know, I'm a stubborn motherfucker. So I reciprocated with the same damn energy. I'm saying, alright, bet, where you wanna meet? Yeah, I'm gonna beat your ass, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you, you know what I'm saying?
Are you sure about that?
So me not knowing how to handle the situation, the only person I turned to for advice on how to deal with it was my brother. And he said the only way I can do it with it was fight him. I had to fight him. I was talking my shit. I gotta back it up. And I'm glad he taught me that lesson, because Yeah, I'ma talk my shit and back it up. The fuck? None of y'all niggas want smoke in the comments. Y'all don't want smoke in real life period now. Anyways, but yeah, he said if I'm gonna talk my shit, I'm gonna back that shit up. So, my brother helped set up the fight between me and yo. So, you know, I said, alright, let's meet up at the library. And I'm like, alright, cool. So, a few days pass by, and, you know, the day the fight comes, you know, I'm walking to the library. And one of his friends' house is a house right before you get to the library. So, he was already there. He cut me off. So, I was 12. Remember, I was 12. Skinny, scrawny. I was at least 4'11", 5 feet at this time. So, you know what I'm saying? I was weak. This nigga came out the house with a wife beater on. Arms out, looking like. And his name is John C. To me, that was very intimidating to me. Like, I did not know what to do or how to. I didn't even know to fight. That was my first fight. This was my first fight. I got myself into a fight because of this girl.
Look, you're a simp.
But I felt like it's something I had to do. I had to be a man of my word, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. So my brother looking out for me, being a good brother, as he should. He talked him down from getting into a fight, like full on thrashing it out, because he's gonna beat the fuck out of me, to slap boxing. So I felt like I had a fair chance. Mind you, I'd never been in a fight before, and I watched hella anime. So he's like, alright, put your dukes up. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what that meant. So I'm like, alright. My dumbass put this weird Karate Kid ass stance up.
Boy, if you don't get.
He threw the first punch. And, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to weave it, duck and weave. I was weaving. By the way, his friends were recording. And, like, that's the one thing I didn't want to do. Because just in case I got my ass whipped, it wouldn't be, like, around the world. That's the one thing I always feared at the time, was getting my ass whooped and it going around the world. That shit scared me. So I did the most dumbest, worst thing you can do in the situation possible. I hit one of those anime spin kicks in the middle of a fight, thinking that was going to do something.
Boy, if you don't get.
After everybody laughed at me during the fight, he stopped caring because, you know, that was a dumb move. So, yeah, I ended up fighting a guy older than me over a girl that I didn't even end up getting at the time. Fast forward freshman year, that girl was all over my dick. But I think the moral of the story is simping is not cool. Never simple for a female. I feel like as a man, a young man at this age, you should just work on yourself, work on manifesting something, and also in the name of future.
She belongs to the streets.
Love it because I'm toxic. I just met your girlfriend in a mosh pit. I'ma break her heart and I can't stop it.